Public school, private school, homeschool.
Homeschool.
For your kiddos.
Homeschool.
Advice for husbands with pregnant wives.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I should write a book on this.
It started storming outside, then it started storming inside.
You gonna cry?
I'm already crying. Like we're here for the tears tonight, you guys.
Bumpy.
Like a little basketball. Is that okay to say? I don't know what I'm allowed to say. All right, baby.
I was just laughing at you saying it was like a basketball because Chad is convinced it's a boy, and everyone says if you carry like it's a little basketball, then it's a boy, and so he was like, "Oh, a little basketball."
Hey, by the way, if you see Tori looking over this way, you'll see someone who is of mass importance to us.
Andrew's over there.
He is not only our friend, but our manager, and the executor of our will should we eat that potato salad.
It's actually true. It's true.
Will you welcome the people, please, babies?
Well, hello, you guys. Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're back with a Q&A, which literally we talk about every single little different thing that you guys could have asked. We maybe should have tried to make it more niche, but this way more people are gonna watch, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, y'all asked about relationships, you asked about mental health, you asked about pregnancy. Like there is a whole gamut of questions. So.
Gamut?
Is that how you say that word? Is that in the right context?
You're so hot right now. Let me look that up.
Let me take a little sip of my Sprite, because
gamut.
Honestly, y'all, we have been on the struggle bus.
A whole range of things that can be included in something. But I just wanted to warn you guys, this is how dedicated we are to you. Tori and I have been deeply ill after Guatemala because apparently what happens in Guatemala doesn't stay in Guatemala. It comes back with you
100%.
For multiple days. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
in multiple ways.
Look up Montezuma's Revenge or something like that. Try to sound it out. Use your phonetics. Let's answer some questions.
Y'all, it's been a for real strug. We're gonna do a couple rapid fire.
I'm really good
questions.
at these. Make them juicy.
Okay, we'll start with one that is specifically for you, babe.
You're specifically for me.
Advice for husbands with pregnant wives.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I should write a book on this. What to expect while she's expecting. What? Did you not hear me?
Yeah, that was good. What to expect while she's expecting.
That would be a bestseller. Andrew, the manager. Andrew, what do you think about that idea?
Sorry, I was watching your video. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, well listen. Okay, seriously, advice for husbands with pregnant wives. Don't take anything personally. Their body is doing something that we can't even imagine or comprehend or fathom. Let the body do what it's doing with all the feelings, all the emotions, all everything, and you just do your best to support them in that. And I mean it. Don't take anything personally. If they get agitated with you or irritated with you or upset or they're maybe crying a little bit more than normal or something, don't take it all personally. Just do your best to be a great cheerleader and aid them in this time, because if you were creating a tiny little human being inside of you, you'd want people rallying around you and not making you feel bad about yourself either.
That's true. I saw this meme the other day, and it had me rolling because I have so many girlfriends of mine who are currently pregnant as well, which is so much fun. And it was like, you either want to rip his head off or his clothes off, and there's really no in between. And that is just the reality of pregnancy right now.
And I still have my clothes on, so you can guess where she's at right now.
It's not true. You've been very sweet to me.
Next question.
Next question. Advice on remaining pure through a relationship.
Ooh.
Boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries.
We actually have an entire series on boundaries that we'll make sure to link below, or you can tap right here. But I do feel like having set boundaries that you've agreed upon in the beginning of the relationship, not like after you've crossed some lines and you're feeling bad about it and now you realize you have to make boundaries, like going ahead and respecting the person enough to like say, these are my boundaries.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do to honor the Lord. I think a lot of times in relationships, people ask the question, well, how far can we go and it still be okay? And it's the wrong
A lot of
question.
people ask where the line is.
Yeah, where is the line? And the question is, how can we best honor the Lord in this relationship? How can we best glorify him in this relationship?
It's not the lesser of two evils, it's the
Yeah.
better of two goods.
So, boundary series for a lot more of where that.
Yeah, and also, if you are someone who has crossed the line, you can go back. You can have those
100%.
conversations and honor each other and honor
Yes.
God with that.
Yeah.
So accountability partners, which we really believe in that. What did you say? What was yours?
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
And also, there's another video. I know we keep plugging videos, but we talk about relationships all the time. But we did an entire video about getting past your past, because this is something that we both really struggled with, and we didn't come into the relationship with like a pure and clean past. And so if you're wanting to like rededicate your life, or you're wanting to walk in purity, that video would really bless you too. Okay, this one I love because it's just very relevant right now. It says, I've constantly battled Satan's lies in my mind for 1 year, and I feel like I am going crazy. You know, he's a sneaky little one. We're actually doing a devotional series over on Mornings with the Masters right now about mental health and about not believing the lies, and how to decipher like when you're hearing from the enemy versus when you're hearing just from yourself versus when you're hearing from God. And so by the time y'all are watching this, I think we'll be on another plan, but make sure to go back because it's a 3-day plan that we did, and I feel like it was so good because, to be honest, I struggled with believing the enemy's lies for more than a decade, and I couldn't get them out of my head, and I kept going back because I'm like, well, it feels like it's true. Like the circumstances in my life are pointing to the fact that that lie is true. But the reality of it was it's not true, because it was not based in God's character. It was not based in God's truth, and it's not who he says I am. And it's not who like I know to be true from God's word. And so anyways, that's a huge one, and we will be praying for you as well, because I know that the mind, like the battle of the mind, is like the hardest battle, and we are who we think, you know, and so we have to get that straight. We have to recognize when the enemy is attacking, so that we can very quickly.
Yeah, I think what Tori was just saying is like cutting it at its head, like right away. The second that lie starts to come up in your life, you need to be prepared with God's word, which is truth, to debunk that lie.
Yes.
Because Satan is the father of lies, but God is the father of truth. He's the arbiter of truth.
Yeah.
He is truth. And so the more we have of him, the more truth we have. But the more we're leaving ourselves open and susceptible to the enemy, the more we're susceptible to his lies. And so we absolutely have to resist. This is like a thing that we can't just walk through life and expect everything's going to be fine. We're not going to be attacked. Absolutely not.
There is a beautiful song that just blessed my soul the other day. It's called Sound Mind. I will also link that below, because I literally just sat at this table and was listening to it out loud. I like had my computer working, and I just like shut off all the work, and I just listened to this song, and I just like fully broke listening to it, because y'all have kind of heard me talk a little bit just about like the anxiety I've experienced through this pregnancy. And I feel like the enemy has really tried to like rob me of the joy of being pregnant through the attacks on my mind, and just realizing and declaring that the Lord has given me a sound mind. Like he has not given me a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. And so that is my inheritance, to walk in that so that I can see clearly. And so I was just like fully broken listening to that song the other day.
I can see clearly now, the lies are gone. All right, what's next?
No. Okay, this is a good question. Public school, private school, or homeschool?
Homeschool.
For your kiddos.
Homeschool.
Homeschool.
But before you guys are in the comments, like, I can't believe that they're social. Listen, this is going to be with the community. They're going to be playing sports, but they're going to be learning actual life skills that are going to really contribute to their success as individuals in society. And so they will absolutely be interacting with people, creating jobs or creating businesses, traveling, experiencing cultures. And so.
Oh my goodness, there's the cutest children's book that one of Chad's friends, Jordan came out with. I gotta show y'all real quick.
While she's getting that, I just want you guys to know that when it comes to how sacred our children are, we cannot outsource their growth. We cannot outsource their learning. Like, this is of the utmost important for us as people in society to continue society moving in the right direction, that we need to raise them up and raise them up well.
Okay, you guys. I cry every single time I read this book, and I'm not blaming the hormones on this because it's just
But you
that
can't
good.
read that part though, because we would want them to be a surprise to them.
Okay, well, there is one line in this book where I just lose it every single time. It's called "The Creator in You," and it is the most adorable children's book ever, but also as an adult, it like blessed me. So highly recommend, even if you don't have a child yet, go ahead and buy it and save it for your nursery one day. Save it for your future child, because I just think it's the sweetest thing. Okay, so next questions are really fun. A lot of y'all were asking, am I gonna buy maternity clothes, or am I just gonna get bigger sizes? Have I started buying maternity clothes yet?
I feel like I need some.
Etc.
Paternity clothes? I wonder if they make those. If they don't, they should. Another business adventure. What say you, Andrew?
What happened?
Paternity clothes. What do you think about paternity clothes?
I didn't even know that was a thing until now.
It's not. Chad wants it to.
Is it like a sympathy outfit for you?
Literally.
It could be.
Do you just want to wear sweatpants every day?
Yes.
Is that what you're
Why
trying to
do I feel
accomplish?
attacked right now? I feel so attacked.
So anyways, I feel like this would be the perfect time to tell you guys that ThreadUp is actually sponsoring this video, and I did a fun little try on haul with some of the new clothes that I've been buying, especially for the little bump. First off, if you don't know what ThreadUp is, it is an online thrift store and they have incredible brands for the best prices. Like the dress that I have on right now is a Free People dress, and I got it for like $51. I'll put the price and everything, ThreadUp price versus retail price up here, because that just blows my mind. And something else that I tend to do when I'm on the site is I actually use the search bar and like search for the brands I really like, or I search for like the type of dress I'm looking for. So like summery dress, springtime dress, and then this would pop up. And I just feel like it is so cute. I got a lot of other treasures too, so I'll do like a little try on haul for you guys, but I did want to mention that they gave me a 30% off discount for you guys, so you can get 30% off your first order plus free shipping, which is incredible. If you have any questions about how to best search the site, comment below, because I'm telling you guys, they have the best stuff. Okay, I'm gonna show you another outfit. Okay, next is this little nautical cutie t-shirt dress. You can see it shows the little bump, which is so much fun. I think this is one of Chad's favorites because it is a dress
Definitely is.
with some
I heard you put
white
on the
tennis
nautical
shoes.
one.
You like this one, don't you?
I do.
It was only $15.99. It was originally like $60. So I just think it is such a steal. And honestly,
you busy?
so comfortable.
You free?
Get out of here. Okay, first, LOL with Chad in the background right now. But this dress I feel like is absolutely stunning, bump or no bump. But I'm especially excited to see this little belly girl.
Especially that you're expecting.
Especially expecting and excited to wear this dress when I have the bump. We have some summer weddings coming up, and I also have a wedding in the fall. So I thought that pairing it with like a fun jacket like this would just be adorable, or even like a blazer. I feel like that could be a mood. I feel like these little dresses like are just so versatile. So y'all make sure to take advantage of that code down below. And you can just never go wrong with a simple little black dress. I feel like number one, it just makes the bump look so cute. You can style it up, style it down. This one has like a little sleeve detail, which I really like. And it is just so comfortable. I feel like I'm going to live in this dress. Like, I feel like I could sleep in this dress. That is how cozy it is. And y'all, I just think it's such a treasure, like such a good find for such a good price. Okay, so one thing I searched was bodycon dresses, because I feel like when I wear bodycon dresses, the bump really shows. And this, I feel like looks like a maternity dress, but it is not. And y'all, can we just take a minute? This still has the Nordstrom tag on it. Like, okay. But I just love this dress so much. It makes me feel extra pregnant, and y'all know that I love that feeling. Say what? Baby wants to see. Y'all excuse this mess. We are gonna clean it. We're gonna clean this mess.
Oh my baby.
I swear. All this has gotta get cleaned up. This is called real life, friends. Love you, babies. Okay, last but not least is this little skirt from Abercrombie & Fitch. I feel like I never lean towards these skirts when I'm not pregnant personally, but I think that they're so much fun with the bump, and I just paired it with like a little graphic tee with a bra tuck. And right now I have heels on, but I also feel like it could be really cute with tennis shoes, and it's also less than $20, which is just crazy. So anyways, I'm gonna remind y'all again, I will link it below. ThredUp has given us a 30% discount code on your first order plus free shipping, so make sure you take advantage of it. And thank you so much, ThredUp, for sponsoring this video. Okay, while we're talking about the bump in the baby, a lot of y'all were like, do you know the gender? Do you have a gut feeling about the gender? No, we do not know the gender yet. I think it's a girl right now. Chad thinks it's a boy right now.
I initially thought it was a girl.
Yeah.
But now, the longer things go on, I'm like, but we have a whole video on that coming up.
That's what I was gonna say. We are doing an entire video on Tuesday, so make sure your notification bell is on, because we test out all the old wives' tales, and then y'all can see what the old wives said they think we're having.
What the wives have spoken.
The wives have spoken. Okay, next question. Okay, advice you would give to soon-to-be newlyweds.
I think a quick one I have is to put more money into your marriage than the wedding. A lot of people go broke for their wedding and their honeymoon, and then it causes financial pressure on their actual marriage, which is more than a day or more than a week.
Yeah.
And so obviously invest in the long run and take things easy on each other. You're entering a brand new season that's going to be so fruitful, but it's also, change can be hard for people. So embrace it and enjoy it. Lower your expectations and enjoy who that person is and who you're getting to know better.
Yeah, well said, babe.
Okay, so the camera died. The light went down. It's pitch black.
It started storming outside, then it started storming inside. I had a full pregnancy breakdown, and I'm still recovering. And I can't stop crying. I don't know why.
This is what I meant.
And I feel so crazy.
This is what I meant for those guys out there, or as you do get married and your wife's become pregnant. Do not take anything personally. Just try to rally around them. Because I went in the bedroom earlier, and Tori's like, I just feel crazy. I can't stop. And I'm like, and she apologized. I'm like, this is not something you apologize for. Like, because when you apologize, you're accepting a wrong. And right now, her body is chemically doing something that she can't control, and she does not need to apologize for that. And so I really want you guys to know that this is not something that people, like girls, this is going to sound like a lot. Do not apologize for your periods. So.
Oh, gosh. Okay, guys. Next question. Advice on how to define the relationship.
DTR.
And have conversations about boundaries.
I think this is one of the most important questions we'll answer on this whole Q&A, because I think there's a lot there, and I think we can tell you the things to say, but I think more importantly, we need to help you feel comfortable, just that these are normal conversations. Yeah. Do not be afraid to approach your significant other and ask about boundaries. Hey, these are things that I want to protect until marriage, or where are you at with that? I would love to hear your heart and your journey on that. Or if it's even someone who you're kind of dating or you're wondering if you're going to date, do not be afraid to say, hey, we'd love to just get to know on how you're feeling about us. Do not be afraid of that. If that person would take offense to it, make fun of you for it, or push you away, guess what? Right, not the right one. So either they're going to embrace you or push you away, and that's just okay, well, then you have your answer. Yeah. And you don't want to feel bad about someone who would push you away in that time, because clearly they're not the right one, because they're not embracing you. Yeah. These two kind of went hand in hand a little bit, so I screenshotted them both. Number one, have you ever been to a psychologist? Did you have any mental problems or low times? And the other one is how do you get out of a spiritual slump?
Just to answer the first one, I've personally not been to a psychologist. We've been to counselors and have sought counsel on a lot of different things. We think it's so beneficial. We actually have a monthly partnership with BetterHelp online Christian counseling, and I highly recommend them. We'll make sure to leave that link below because I think you get like 10% off your first month or something. And I just absolutely love their service. And then how do you get out of a spiritual slump? This is a really good one. You know what's so funny? I think there's a video from back when the channel very first began, when I was like in a spiritual slump and I was struggling. And then I like did a video on it.
Was it how to get out of a
patio.
rut? Was it how to get out of a spiritual rut?
Something like that.
We'll look it up and see if we can't find it for you.
Yeah, but I mean that was 2 years ago. Speaking more to that now, I definitely feel like people go through spiritual like mountaintops and valleys, and the cool thing about God is like He is with you in both. Like He is the God of your victories,
Yes.
He is the God of your valleys, and He is only ever a prayer away. Like He never leaves you, He never forsakes you. And so I think being honest with God is the most important thing. Getting it out on paper, journaling it, being inside of a community that can help encourage you and pull you out of that slump. Like we weren't built or made to do this alone. And I think sometimes I think it's like we fight against ourselves. I know I do this. It's like I'm down that I'm down. I'm sad that I'm sad. I'm frustrated that I'm frustrated. And I'm more frustrated about the emotion of frustration than I am about the reason I'm even frustrated to begin with. And so I think sometimes it's like recognizing, like, am I actually as down as I'm making myself think I'm down, and like navigating those feelings with God and communion with God and alone time and quiet space with God. Because I think a lot of times when we're feeling that way, we want to go to distractions and we want to like self-medicate and feel different things. But I think there is so much power in being silent and like letting yourself just have that time with God, and maybe putting on some worship music, making sure you're filling yourself with truth, like thinking of things that are true and righteous and pure, and not allowing the enemy to kind of take hold of your thoughts.
A few kind of practical things too. What helps me get out of a spiritual slump is when I take my eyes off myself and I put them on what God is doing.
Yeah.
And I try to serve other people. Because it's like you feel like you get in this rut where it's just you and woe is me, and like I can't find anything, I can't figure anything out. And when you take that focus off yourself and put it on God, or you put it on other people, I think it really helps. But also I want to encourage you to not confuse feeling unhappy with the spiritual slump.
Yeah.
Because there is a thing called toxic happiness, which is where it's like everything is awesome all the time. And it's like, life is not like that.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So let's make sure that if you're feeling like either depressed or down, that doesn't equate to being in a spiritual slump.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that of you. I'm saying for other people.
Yeah.
It's good to kind of be ready to know that, like, okay, Paul was in jail, he was beaten, he was flogged, like 11 of the 12 disciples were murdered.
Yeah.
Like people go through really, really incredibly tough times, but that doesn't always mean that they're in a slump. So.
Yeah, there is a 100%, and I realize this more than I ever had during our time of waiting to get pregnant, that joy and sorrow can coexist. I think there was another question in here about, another question. It was, how are you able to celebrate other pregnancies when you were trying to get pregnant? And I think it was in that time when a lot of my other friends were getting pregnant that I realized I could have like so much true joy, like joy from the Lord, joy for their miracle and their promise, and also have times where I was really sad for me, and that joy and that sorrow like truly coexisting in my heart. But I realized that the joy of the Lord is a weapon, it is a strength, and it's something that we have been given. It is a gift, and we get to choose to walk in joy even when we're going through hard times. And so I think if you're not tapping into that joy and saying, no, I've been given this is a promise, I get to choose to walk in joy today. Like I don't actually have to listen to my feelings. They can be, indicators of things, but they are not driving the ship. They are not in the driver's seat. And so what God has given me, the gifts from the Lord, the fruit of the Spirit, like that's what I want driving the ship. And so if you're struggling with that, I would honestly, I know it's easier said than done, but like keep telling yourself, like, no, I choose to walk in joy today.
Yeah, I think that's great. I just want to encourage you, if you're ever struggling with jealousy or envy, or like you're looking at what other people have and you wish you had it, what a kick in the face it is to jealousy to celebrate that person.
Oh, yeah, for
like,
sure.
jealousy is not for you. Jealousy is against you.
Yeah.
And for you to kick jealousy in the face by saying, I'm going to celebrate that person,
Yes.
I think it's just a powerful, like, it's a power move.
Yeah.
So.
And the more you celebrate others in their victories, it's like when you get to that season, like I have never felt more celebrated than with all of my girlfriends who got pregnant before me, and like celebrating that we get to do this together. And I'm so thankful that they're in a season slightly ahead of me and I get to learn and see and all of that. And so it's just like, wow, take that, enemy. Like, you were trying to rob me of joy and friendship in this season, and instead now the celebration is even bigger and the friendships are even stronger.
Have you picked out any baby names yet? Yes. All right, last question. Suggestions for someone that gets a bit discouraged in the waiting season of singleness. I just have 2 quick things.
Yeah.
I think it's important to remind yourself that God is not making a mistake on you.
Yeah.
I think 3 things. I think it's important to know that you're not less than if you're single,
Yeah.
and you're not greater than or more than if you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
That's really, like, I'll say it again. You're not less than if you're single. And then number 3 is to don't lose track of what God is doing right now.
Yeah.
Because God is actively doing things in your life right now. And if you're too focused on what God isn't doing, then you're missing what God is doing. And so there's amazing things He's doing right now that you can enjoy.
Yeah. And so Chad encouraged me with that in that season of waiting. Like, he would continually say, like, God is not making a mistake. And it inspired this caption. I'm just going to read it to you guys real
You
quick.
gonna cry?
I'm already crying. Like, you know, like we're here for the tears tonight, you guys. It says, to the woman still waiting, I want to remind you that we don't serve a God who makes mistakes. Although you might feel weary, do not lose hope. Every tear you cry has been seen by God. Every prayer you've prayed has been heard. Wait eagerly and expectantly for Him to show Himself faithful. Go ahead and praise Him for what you cannot yet see. He is a God that is the same yesterday, today, and forever. What He has said will come to pass in His perfect timing. You might not understand now, and that is fully okay. You are allowed to sit in that. You are allowed to grieve. Just don't stay in that place too long, or you will lose vision for all the things He is doing in your now. From a girl who understands the wait.
That's good.
Guys, I think that is all for today's video.
Thank you to ThreadUp for sponsoring this video.
Absolutely love them so much. Don't forget to use my code Tori30 for 30% off your first order and free shipping. We will leave that link in the
Yeah,
description
and I would
below.
definitely take advantage of the partnership because they've actually committed to work with Tori throughout the year. And so we're super thankful for that. Whenever you guys support us by supporting them, it's a win-win-win.
Well, honestly, the prices are a win-win-win.
You're a win.
You're a win, my bad.
All right, love you guys. We'll talk to you later.
Love you guys.
Do 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 do.